Yo, guys, what is going on? How you guys doing? Hey, Colby, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Guys, it's been a hot minute. I've been pretty busy. Work has been kind of crazy, and we have a reno going on with our kitchen, so it's just a lot more work around the house. I haven't done any, like, recording. I've done no streaming. I've just been trying to, like, kind of chill and have my free time and do what I can. So not a break, but, you know, here we are. Colby, listen, I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Glad you guys can make it. I don't know who else is in the chat, guys. I do apologize. It's been a while. I will not be able to stream on Thursday because I'm gone. So I figured I have to do it today, and we're gonna finish up our builds. I owe Moo the final builds. I gotta do them. I gotta do them. Guys, also let me know about the lights. It's basically spring/summer here now, so it's really great because it's very bright, which I love. Just kind of not the best for the lighting and other stuff. So anyways, that's where we're at. So you guys, yeah, if you don't know, we've been working on this project for well, in combination with Moo, who's doing actually all the hard stuff like the coding and whatever. But we're finishing up the islands for him, which is gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. So we're on the final set. These are the Crimson Islands. I gotta add a little bit more flair and detail to them, so I think I gotta work on that a little bit. But we're getting close, and once we get these last 2 or 3 islands done, I think the project on my end is actually finished, which is kind of nice. Because I've been kind of been a little bit slow with it, you know. I haven't played Terraria in so long. Why the hell not? What is wrong with you? I'm kidding. Listen, I think it's good to rotate the games you play. So, as an example, when I was first playing Terraria, there were many times where I would start and then stop and come back, and I've always found like I kind of get drawn back into it. Like, it's fun to like hop in, dig, explore, you know, build up your weapons, kill some bosses, etc. Calamity and some of the mods also help with that as well. But man, I've been playing like Manor Lords, which is like a city building game, which is pretty. It's early access. It's still not quite great, but it's like just a nice way to sink some time into a game that's pretty chill. I got back into Call of Duty a little bit. I am fucking terrible at that game, but I'm playing it. Luckily I have people that can carry me, so it's great. And just kind of like messing around. I was playing Enshrouded. That game is good. I just find it's too repetitive in terms of like the combat and stuff. So it's good to do that. Hey Robert, what's going on, dude? How you doing, man? Welcome back. So that's kind of where we're at. And I do think if you're going to play different games, guys, like, just play what you think's fun. I like if you're not having fun playing Terraria, or you're not having fun playing, I don't know, you name the game, go back to go back to a classic. Go find an old like Flash game online. That's perfectly good too. I don't know, like just something to like kill a few, like an hour or two, you know, like something that kind of draws the attention. You know, it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I'm good. Me and my friends got back into Calamity, and we were up. Dude, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, you get back into the game, and next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning, and you know you stayed up way too late. You know. Dusty, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Dusty, apologies. I've been MIA. The kitchen, the reno is made it kind of life a little complicated because, well, I'm work from home, and so it's very noisy and loud, and I gotta do a bunch of extra stuff, and I'm managing a bunch of stuff. I gotta go look at tiles, I gotta look at backsplash, I gotta look at flooring, I gotta go I gotta go there, I gotta pay all my money, you know? It sucks. But it is slowly coming together, which is great. But yeah, I don't have a kitchen right now, so that also complicates my life. But yeah, anyways, we're back today. Dusty will not be back on Thursday because I'm gone. So this is the only stream probably this week is my guess. So we're gonna finish hopefully the builds for Moo, and that'll be it. So that's kind of the day. But Dusty, how you been, man? Good to see you. We're talking about game rotation of games, which is, you know, I gotta say, I think some of the games I've been seeing, I'm playing a game called Manor Lords. It's pretty fun. I'm always looking for a new game. I think I'm gonna go back to Satisfactory at some point, play that with my buddy. It's that game is interesting. We killed the Brimstone woman. Oh yeah, Crouch. Oh, Crouchen's so annoying. Scourge, destroy. Oh, okay, you're making some progress, Robert. Nice. What do I eat with it? So everything gets cooked on the barbecue. So last night I made like kebabs or like gyro or is it gyros? Basically like pita with like skewered chicken. So you take this, skewer the chicken, you put some marinade or some salt, you cook it on the barbecue, and then you just like, grab a toasted pita, you pull the thing off of it, you have a bunch of meat. And then I just made like a Greek salad, and then I added Greek yogurt, and that was my dinner and my lunch today. Like, it's super simple. Like I'm basically eating protein and salads all the time. That's why I look so svelte, right? That's why I look so good. Everything goes on the barbecue. It's a bit of a pain because like so luckily this barbecue has a burner, but it's a single burner and it takes a little bit to boil water. So boiling water is like a pain in the ass. So we're trying to just do salads and proteins, make it really easy. Hey, Emperor, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Although maybe after a while you get to, so you know what's funny, Dusty, is like, I'm all for making like a fun, interesting meal, but one of the things that is good about this barbecuing thing where I have no choice is it very much limits what I can do, right? Because like I'm too lazy to go out in the morning and make eggs, for example, and then like toast my bread. And I'm just like, I have the coffee machine still there. I have a microwave and I have a barbecue. And like, I don't have a sink. I gotta go down in the basement to use a laundry sink, right? And I'm like, oh god, it's such a small thing, but I'm like, it's just annoying because I fill like a big plastic bin with water and soap and whatever, soapy water. And so all the dishes I use during the day, I just throw in there, and then at the end of the day, I go down and I wash everything and then rinse and repeat. It's very like, it's just more like tedious, really. That's all. I'm doing good, and I'm trying the add-on for Calamity called Infernum. Good luck. Good luck. That is like one of the hardest ads to do. Like the difficulty scale is pretty insane from what I've seen. So, speaking of Calamity and Tori, I should probably launch the game. That might be a good idea. Now, let me see. So, games I'm going to play, guys, I think going forward, at some point, I may rotate a bit. I may play some Satisfactory at some point with my buddy if he's ever on. And just stream it and have a good time. Because it's an interesting game, and it's like kind of a cool little game for like building out stuff. And it just, we're still working on the effectiveness of it all, so it's just different. I've been playing Manor Lords recently. I've already got 20 hours in that game according to Steam. Now, granted, I was AFK for a big chunk of that, but it's a pretty fun little game. It's also early access, kind of worth, Was I on Master Mode? I don't know. Oh wait, I beat Calamity Death Mode. Calamity Death Mode with ease. Oh, well, look at you. You're just better than everyone. Yeah, so Dusty, I actually think it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a little weird because it's early access and there's bugginess. So like some of the, like when you do these city builder games, a lot of it's about like efficiency and how things move around and like logistics versus like production versus whatever, right? So the problem is it's like, it doesn't quite have that, but it's a nice looking game. It's got like the combat's kind of as well. It's just nice because you can have scale. So it's again, I think it needs to be fleshed out a bit more, but I'm like, I played 20 hours already and it's just like chill, just building shit. It's been nice, Which, again, we were talking about this when you got here, Dusty. Like, the biggest thing for me is, like, just having games that I'm, like, just rotating different games, right? Like, that's a big thing. Like, when I stream, right? Like, I only stream 2 times a week, which I think helps. But if I stream 5 days a week, I don't think I could just do Terraria. I really, truly don't think I could. I would have to throw something else in there. So, anyways. Speaking of playing other games or playing Terraria, let's get into this. Alrighty, where are we with this? Skyblock mod, boom. So, we need to finish. We did these. Right. We didn't finish all these on, so we got a bit of work to do. But I think we've done a pretty good job on these. I don't know if you guys have seen these yet. It's a bit of a work in progress, like everything I do. But I think these look pretty evil, right? I like the teeth aspect to it. I think that looks really cool. So this is gonna be the biggest island, which we finished. I didn't put anything on it. And then here, I'm probably gonna do another, I don't know, something kind of in between these two sizes. And maybe keep it like that. Hey, Veno, what's going on, man? Amazing Islands. Welcome on over from YouTube. Guys, if you do not know, I am multi-streaming, so I am streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you... Veno, you might be the only one on YouTube. If you want to come over to Twitch, there's more people there, although we never have that many people, let's be honest. But just in case you're wondering. But welcome on in, man. Good to see you. I'm glad you like the islands. They're a work in progress for the mod that we're working on, which is the Skyblock mod, which I think is kind of cool. So I gotta make a little wall here to make this look a little bit more appropriate. So I'm thinking, yeah, I want a wall behind this. Let's do... I'd like to use something like really different here, but I think it's gonna really stand out. I like the idea of it having some like light. It's kind of a cool little effect. I could also paint something black here, but I just... Oh crap, see I missed a spot. Damn it. There we go. Nice. Something different. Cool. Have you beat Infernum? I have not. I have not played Infernum. Valheim is a new biome. Yeah, Ashlands is out. So Valheim is fun, but I think I'd only want to play it, like, I'd have to play it with someone. I find, like, on your own, that game is pretty, it's a bit of a pain. I may be glitching, but I don't see face cam. Oh, sorry, I don't have it on. One sec, guys. Yeah. I turned it off because I was doing, I was recording for something else. Boom. Hey, baby. Good to see you. You're not glitching, man. It's just me. I'm just a bad... I haven't... Like, dude, I don't stream in like 2.5 weeks, and I forget how to stream. Okay? It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Okay, so what were we using here? We were using... What were we using? Moss, right? Some sort of moss. I can tell these are blocks for whatever I was doing. What the hell was I building before? No, this is correct. Oh, I was building the trees, that's why. I was like, what am I missing? I'm like, I'm missing all this shit. I got like none of the builds. Okay, so I think I need to populate this with something. What should go here? What should we put on this big old island? Now, again, I'm really liking this teeth design that we got going on the underside. I think it's kind of cool. There's a ton of texture. This one's a little smaller, so it's a little bit simpler. I think we're gonna get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, Valheim. It's a great game. Wait, sorry. Did I say I forgot to change the master mode about halfway through, so I might retry it again with master. That's gonna be a really tough run, man. I haven't beaten normal master mode yet. Yeah, you should probably do that first. It's probably harder than you think, unless you're like really good at the game, I guess. I went with corruption for my Infernum world, and Eater of Worlds fight is interesting. But so this is corruption. With the what? With all the modded stuff on? That's gonna be tough, yeah. That's what I'm trying to think of, Ditto. I don't know what I want to put here. Now, I know I need 2 more islands at least. And I like the shape and the feel of these. I think it's like really textured and interesting. I just don't know what the hell I'm gonna put here. And I know the first thing I really, truly need to do is I can't have this be this flat. It looks really strange. But let's get like... Let me actually, I'm gonna empty my inventory real quick. I don't want to have all this stuff on me because I'm not gonna know what I need. So I'm gonna... Oh, I think I was working on the 3D build before. That's what it was. I was working on our, Howl's Moving Castle build, I bet. So what did I actually use here? Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to grab. Oh, alright, one sec, guys. Crim. This, sure. Sand. I don't know if I use that much sand, but I do like this block. I'd like to incorporate a couple other ones, but I gotta be careful that we don't have like absolutely everything look the same, so we'll kind of work around this. Hey, Trent, what's going on, dude? Oh, Sight. What's going on, man? How you doing, dude? So, Sight, I know I was telling you about Terraria the other day. Obviously, I showed you some builds. These are just some islands I'm working on, but here, I'll show you. You're on YouTube, by the way. We are multi-streaming, but this is for a mod I'm working on. So I'm doing all these sky islands for a skyblock mod, which is basically, if you don't know what that is, it's basically you start on the map with nothing, and all there is like a little island. It won't be one of these ones where you have like very basic materials, like you have like just a few blocks. And then as you explore the map, some of these islands will be randomly generated as part of the map. that you can explore. So that's gonna be stuff that gets added in, and you can like find it and shit. So it's kind of cool. Sight, are you guys playing later today? Because I'm gonna stream today, make dinner, and then I'll probably hop on for a bit if you guys are around. Add an evil tower with a hand. That could be kind of interesting. But what's the point of that though? I don't know if it'll be big enough, but like ritual summoning area for the Brain of Cthulhu. No, so Brain of Cthulhu we have a subworld for, so I don't need to do any of that stuff. You're already on? Oh my god. Dude, are you doing like a 12-hour session, Payne? That's insane, dude. we definitely gotta work on this shit. I don't know what to put here. I know I need to like do a couple little things. So, and by the way, Trent or Sight or whatever, we're on Twitch as well. So if you want to pop over there, there's more people to chat. But I get if you're playing games. I appreciate you popping in. No worries. Let's get some dirt, some doit, and then I need to get seeds. I need frickin' these things, I guess, because what I want to do is I need to really reshape this. This looks weird. But yeah, I need something in this, like, design. I don't know what I'm gonna put. Right? Like, something has to go here. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we can, like... Oh, I didn't grab flesh blocks, god damn it. If a hand doesn't work, it's... So Emperor, it's gotta be something very simple, because, like, the idea is, like, you're, like, again, this is kind of like a little dumpy little tower. So this could be something different. Like, this could just be a lot of cool trees and, like, some small things. Like some of these islands don't have a lot of stuff on them, which I think is not a bad thing. But I feel like there's gotta be something I can make that's kind of, like, creepy or interesting. You know what I mean? Like, something that's... It doesn't have to be, like, a super big standout thing, just something that's a little bit more, I don't know, interesting to look at, let's call it. I'm also... Dude, what am I missing? I'm missing blocks here. What did I... Oh, right. Crim sandstone wall. Crimson teeth. That's what it is. Dude, I can't remember this. A hut? I'm just trying to think. What's in the crimson usually? Just those, like... There's not really a whole lot in a crimson biome when I think about it, right? Like, it's kind of... It's kind of basic, to be honest. There's like actually not that much. With the trees, you should add the vine things. I don't know if I can add those. I think those will grow naturally in the biome. I don't think that's something I can actually add in. I'm pretty sure. Oh, the background. Oh, I see what you're saying. What I could do here, and something I was thinking about, was like doing like bones, like rib bones, that you have to be able to walk through. The problem is they can't be that big. Veno, I wish I could build as... Dude, you can Veno, you can absolutely build. You just gotta practice, man. It's really, like, you won't maybe have, like... You won't have the exact same stuff, but, like, with a bit of practice, you'll get really good. No, there's not gonna be a cave here. No, I'm not doing, like, a big open cave. It wasn't part of the plan here. I mean, I suppose I could. That would be kind of an ode to... Yeah, I don't want to, because I don't want, like, you have to remember, I don't want the islands to grow, like, this is as big as this island needs to be. I don't want too much. So I gotta be a little bit mindful. So what I was thinking was, I can take this and this, and just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna make this white. I'm gonna add some texture in a second, but I'm gonna get a quick shape here. Problem is, I think I'm gonna need to... Well, no, I don't have to actuate it, do I? So what I'm thinking is if I can find like a way to make this look kind of like big rib bones of like a decayed carcass. Again, I don't know how this is going to end up looking. I do need another block to go with this. I know I just used bone here, but what else could I... what other block do I use with bone usually? I can't remember. Oops. There's a sandstone... I guess there's just bone wall, isn't there? Oh my god, what is the freak... There's a frickin' wall that I use that's like really just really slick with this one. And I'm not gonna. Oh, it's desert fossil. That's what it is. Yeah, that's the wall I want. So, right, that'll kind of give it the effect. I gotta obviously I gotta hammer this into place. I gotta do all this nonsense, but like it will theoretically sort of probably maybe look like what we want it to. But I gotta make a couple of these, I think. Also, what does this look if I paint it white? I don't hate that. It would be kind of cool to have some more interesting. Yeah, there's big eyeballs from these skull here. This is gay and dumb. Spice, good to see you, man. How you doing? You're not wrong. I really should give... Yeah, Emperor. No, well, listen, you're doing Infernum. If you're doing Infernum, focus on beating it. But listen, I always encourage you guys to do a bit of building. It's good fun, you know? Like, I get it's not for absolutely everyone, but I mean, shit, man. Like, give it a crack, you know? Something ain't right here. So the question is, do I want to do like another one here? I don't want to have to actuate them, but I'm gonna have to maybe make one smaller and one bigger here. I just want something that looks really like different. I think we can probably achieve that. We gotta be a little bit careful. And you're not gay, so this is LGBT baiting, and that'll get you canceled. Thanks, dude. You're like, I know how to get you canceled, you homophobe. Like, really appreciate it. My one weakness, my inability not to say homophobic things. Oh my God, Spice, how you doing, man? It's been a while, guys. Marble could work. The only thing is it's got this annoying texture, and it's probably too bright. No, it'll be too bright. Yeah. If I do it unpainted? No, not a chance. It also has that annoying ridge to it. That's a good shot, though. Is this Spicer's way of saying good builds? Yeah, he you know what Spice is like? Spice is like, you know when you're really young, and there's like girls you like, and you like pull a pigtail or something, like, you know, like, he shows his love through harassment. That's what it is. It's fine. I accept everyone. In their own special little ways, you know? That was the last bit of joy, was me not being around. For a second I thought you were being nice, like, oh, it's like, I missed you. It's like, oh, thanks, man. No, it's like, fuck you. like, go die in a hole. It's good to see you too, man. This is looking like it needs a bit more height to it, I guess. Whatever, it's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. So I think here, the question is, like, what's the next one gonna look like? Because, like, it's gonna have to be, like, a little bit smaller each time. But, at the same time, I don't want people to be able to walk through this. I want them to have to, like, dig through it. So it'll be kind of interesting. It'll just be a little feature. It would be kind of cool if we had... part of me thought of doing, like, I don't know, something else. Now, there's also a way we could probably do, like, a middle bone section here. I just don't know how I'm going to do that. Because, like, you can't just use any old block. And if I do it with a bone... Well, maybe I don't want that, actually, because I think that'll just be a bit too much. I'm better at building than my friends, so they want me to build NPC. Yeah, but dude, if you're doing a playthrough with your buddies, just make a big apartment complex and, you know, you'll be fine. Unless they want something fancy, in which case you can be like, cool, I'll build it, but you gotta friggin' get me all the materials, you know? That's what I would do. Don't let them bully you, you know? Don't let them do what Spice does to me. It's my own fault for letting them do it, though. I should have prevented it when it first started. Okay, that looks like shit, so we're gonna go ahead and tack that off. Yeah, I don't like that look either. It's not quite the right shape. I think we kind of got the right idea here, but we're not quite getting execution. I know the shape matters as well, so I gotta kind of figure that out, but know if that matters. Anyways, honestly, you being gone was the last. Okay, I read that. I think make it looks like some sort of ribs are broken. Some have bloody vines. No, that's actually not a bad idea. I could do a little bit of flesh block, like so it's like some meat's hanging off of it. I get what you're saying. Do like a little bit of this. Now the only thing is I'm gonna need some blood root. I'll have to paint these, but now the only thing with this though is to make this look a little bit more like, I don't say real. I need to probably add this, and I don't know if I love that or not. I like that thing. I just think if I add this here, I can't add that there, so I guess that's not really a problem. I just don't want it to stick out too much. Same here, right? I could do... yeah, I guess we could have a little bit on it. It doesn't need to be perfect or whatever. We could even just kind of... I actually don't think that looks too bad. It's definitely, I mean, it's different. That's for sure. But it kind of works. That does not work. I want that to not be connected. I think maybe down here we just need a little bit more. But whatever. Stop being a little bitch. I will never stop being a little bitch. All right? That's why they call me Tommy Little Bitch Tsunami, all right? It's hyphenated, too. I don't play multiplayer a lot, but I do start playing it a lot. Probably won't become a person who... Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It depends on what role you like. A skull and a spike. Yeah, there's a couple options for, like, the detail. Like, I'm not worried about the detail of this. I'm just trying to, get, like, come up with, like, a fun little idea. I wouldn't actually mind having, like... I mean, I don't need too many of these, I guess. We could have, like... I almost want one to be, like, in the background, painted... Oh, shit, I should have thought of that before. I kind of want one that's shadow painted in the back, but that's going to be way too dark, so... We'll do another one, I guess. And this will be... something... a little different, I guess. Not all of them need to have the same shape either. I think I can kind of mess around with that a bit, but... Nope. I want that. I also need some texture in here. I gotta figure out what block I can integrate with this. Anyone know bone block with... I've used blocks before that I think look relatively good. I just can't remember which one. I think it was something textured. It wasn't mudstone. What the hell did I use in this? Damn. We have a love-hate relationship. Yeah. Says they call you Tommy Twat Tsunami. No. There's no triple T's. There's 4 underscores. It's a fill in the blank. That's actually funny. Yeah, glowing mushroom has a weird, but it has a texture. What the? There's a block I use. I just can't remember what I've used to blend. I wouldn't say blend's the right word. Bone with something looked pretty interesting. Wasn't flesh. Was it? I don't think it was. I can't remember, man. That's really frustrating because I do find sometimes like I'll like mix stuff and it looks great, and then I literally cannot remember what it is. I'll just see if stone looks okay. That kind of works. It makes it kind of look a little calcified. I just need texture. I need to break this up a bit. It's very it's just very the same everywhere. I don't like that. This helps blend it a bit more. It's a very minor thing, but I do think it looks a little bit more interesting. So the key here now is, oh, don't touch that. We just need, yeah, we need a little bit of texture. So I like the idea of this being a bit busted up here, but I don't want to add too much more to this either. No, it's not glass. Hey, Cyberknife, what's going on, man? How you doing? It's good to see you, sir. I kind of want to huck something in there. I don't know if this is the right decision, though. I don't think I can fit anything else there without it. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Ah, sucks. I could get rid of this. And can this hang off of a half block? I don't think so. God, that's annoying. I can get rid of that and maybe I'll hang this right there then. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I don't hate it, but I don't like love it either. And all I'm really looking to do again is just a teensy bit of texture. And also, you know, I'm realizing this is not really, this kind of needs to be a bit pointier on the top here. I almost want this to... I can maybe be able to add a... Looks a little strange, but I kind of like that it looks a little different from these ones. Oh, good, playing terrain. Hey, do you know any building ideas for a snow biome? Let me quickly show you a couple options I don't know if it's a building necessarily, but you can do some trees, you can do a little igloo, you can do this little fountain thing, that's kind of fun. And I think I made a little destroyed little castle. None of these are too crazy in terms of like how they look, but there's some ideas. These are some things you can do. Whatever floats your boat. You just gotta pick. I like this little fountain thing. I think it's kind of cool. And if not, you can just make some dope-ass islands. Ice castle's fun. I think the thing with an ice castle in an ice biome is it's like they all tend to kind of look the same. So, you know, you pick what you want to do, but great. Yeah, they could be. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I ended up using just stone, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I wanted something that had a little bit more like detail and texture. So the challenge here is, I want this to go the opposite direction now, but I don't necessarily need it to be the same. So, oh, Psycho, what's going on? Listen, if I had an avatar, even with my voice, I would just have ginormous anime titties. Like, enormous. Because I know what the people want, alright? That's all I'm saying. You don't need to have integrity here. You just gotta have big ol' anime titties. Just bazookas. Like, you know? Something that is just larger than life. And probably your head. And that's how you know you'll have a winner. So, okay, a little background probably helps here, Psycho. You can't just say like, oh, this random stranger on the internet told me I need bigger tits. The context is she has an avatar. It's kind of like an anime style. And I said, you know, you really wanted to bring in some viewers because she's actually female. Like if you saw, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If you saw like an anime character with big tits on Twitch, okay, and they sounded like me, you'd be like, this is weird. But if you have someone who sounds like a woman, right? I'm gonna guess that's gonna do a little bit better. I'm just saying. The internet's full of perverts, but you gotta just lean into it. You just gotta accept reality. That's all I'm saying. People don't want to hear the truth, but that is the truth. Oh my god. Maybe if we... Ooh. I'm screwing this up here. I didn't say it out of the blue. Well, okay, it was out of the blue maybe for you, but it was like, it was a good, I thought it was an appropriate thought, okay? Now you get more, that's what I would get more money? How would I get more money? Slush blocks. Ooh, slush blocks, I think not. I think the color would be off on these. Let me just check. Actually, that's not bad. The problem is they don't really have any texture and they don't connect. So they could work, yes, in theory. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm okay with the like, I don't need to go crazy with these. I really just need a little bit of texture and just kind of make it interesting. I think we kind of got the right idea here. Things don't need to be like perfect, you know. They just gotta sort of be there. Yeah, I don't know if well, actually, flesh blocks are so weird though that they give you all these really weird shapes. If I... Damn it to hell. These just kind of look boring. It's like, I can't figure out if they just need more, like, curve in them. I feel like they might. I think that's maybe part of the problem here. They're not very... kind of lacking a little in the curvature of the design. It looks a little bit better. Sort of. Anyways, you had to mess with it. Oh, good. It was your first message in my chat, and a lot of people like femboys. But don't I don't think I got the voice for the femboy, you know? I'm not like cutesy. I think I would fail. Wait, fucking, where's Spice? Spice likes dudes. He's a dude who likes dudes. He can tell me. Would I be able to sound like a convincing femboy? I don't think I could. I don't think I have the talent. The requisite talent. You know? I think I'm lacking the skills here. Ancient silver bricks. Posture check. God damn it. I'm not slouching that bad, am I? But I think you got the voice that would be good for, like, a smut book. And then he whispered in my ear gently, bend over. A perfect wise... What even is a wise man? Oh, because I got gray hair? That's ageist, sir. Ageist, I say. I think that's overkill. I gotta figure out what I want to do with this. See, I like this idea of this kind of being... we need some more texture here. We gotta have the right idea. I just gotta make it look a little bit better. Something here is, again, it's just like, it's all squared up and kind of weird looking. But it's not bad. It just needs a little bit more something. And we'll do like a bigger one over here. A little bit more of a distance. It's a little bit strange, but Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to kind of exist. So obviously I hate the way this looks, but this is just the sort of the idea. Yeah, no, I hate a lot of this actually. And then we just need to open some of this up. Put some different walls in here. Cloud says, show the map. There's the map. Look at this. A lot of sky islands. All right, we're working on the Crimson. Working on the Crimson. Cloud, how you doing, man? Cloud Sage. Sorry, I should do the full name. So Nefemboy would be a gold. Oh my god. I think you would be perfect wise. How about ancient silver bricks? Wait, ancient silver bricks for the texture? No, they're shiny. Or sorry, silver. These are shiny. They won't work. Platinum brick is a pipe-looking texture, so that would not work either. You could, I mean, okay. I say it wouldn't work. It would work fine. Like, any block works if you like it. I'm just saying for what I'm trying to achieve, though. It's not the look I'd be going for. So I gotta figure out... Yeah, we just gotta kind of do this. Wait. No. No. This has to be, there can be a little bit of this, but not too much. This has to actually be on the inside. And we'll just kind of fix that all up, make it look pretty. There we go. And then, yeah, we gotta kind of play around with this a bit and figure out how we're gonna make this look like something. Because this looks like absolute crap. And we'll just kind of play with this a bit. And then we'll do that, and we'll do this. I kind of like the eyeball, why not? I don't hate that. I don't know what else to do. Oh yeah, did you finish the house? No, Psycho, so I want to get back to working on it. So this is the, so what we're doing, Psycho, I don't know if you know Minecraft's Skyblock mod. There's a Skyblock mod for Terraria as well. So I'm working on all the islands that you would be able to find. So the idea is on a Skyblock mod is like you have absolutely nothing. There's like a little tiny island that you start that has like one block that you can like regen, and like a tree, and that's it. And the idea is then as you keep building out, you can explore the world. So the idea would be that people like eventually find their way to these worlds, because the problem is the Skyblock one is very tedious to play on. It's like very slow, and people kind of get like, I guess, like bored of it pretty easily. So our goal is to make something that's a little bit more, I don't want to say accessible, but just like you're more likely to finish the playthrough is the idea. So that's kind of what I'm working on. It's just gonna take some goddamn time. All right, so then, oh, I was like, why is that the wrong color? Let's, sure, why not? It's not perfect. I don't love the texture down here, but we can probably fix that. Just a little bit of brick or some stone, I should say, goes a long way. And we don't really need much else. I like it to be a little bit crazy and all over the place. Just something to look at, you know, make it kind of interesting. So I do think I need to shape it a bit better, but otherwise it's not too bad. You should do a huge skull like a dragon hanging on the island. Everyone keeps saying that. You know how much work that would be? Also, dude, I suck at making, like, shapes like skulls and stuff. I literally made a skull for, like, a pirate cove. It's a video on my YouTube channel. That friggin' skull took me goddamn forever. It was awful. It looks great. It just took an inordinate amount of time. It drove me absolutely bananas. I'm searching through Terraria blocks, and there's smoke. Yeah, there's a smoke block. It looks sick. I use it all the time. Well, not all the time. I use it pretty often. But yeah, so anyway, Psycho, that's the whole, like, premise of what we're doing. And so the thing is what I'm doing is I'm trying to make a bunch of islands that you can find as you explore, and the person I'm working with will actually take some of these islands and kind of splice them up and chop them up and, like, make them, like, a little more interesting, I guess. Which will be nice. I gotta get to that stage where it's, yeah. We do that and make it look nice. I kind of actually like that shape. I think we could even leave an opening here. Something a little bit darker like that. And we just gotta kind of cover some of this up. I feel like this needs a little bit more on it now that I look at it. Like, this is like kind of too thin. So what if I kind of copy this? And we can kind of add a little bit of something. Now this makes a little bit more sense. It's fine. That was pretty good. Actually, what we could do too is even add, where's that plant? There you go. Texture everywhere. That is the key. For the most part. Ooh. I think it looks decent. Now we can also do some red painted other stuff here. We'll do that in a second. And then the more I look at this, the more these... this is actually okay. I really am tempted to have something here. I don't know what the hell I'd put here. What did I put here? I put like a little like... Oh, maybe I'll like... I know. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just testing this out. Doesn't have to be made of this specifically, but I like the idea. I want something like this. I think okay, I actually have an idea. If I widen this a bit, I need to paint this, I think, too. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that, that, and that. And I need to widen this. So let's do this. That might be too big, actually. Where's the flesh block? Damn it! It connects. Ah! Something that wouldn't connect. Oh shit, what's my alternative here? I guess I have to do walls then? No, that looks really stupid. Oh, that's so lame! Does this connect? Okay, that doesn't connect. Well, maybe we'll do that then. Oh, well, that looks so much worse, though. And this is way too big now. Damn it to hell. Why do I always end up in these situations? I do this to myself. I'm like, oh, I'll make this look interesting. And then I go batshit crazy and make it way too big. Ditto, I'm not part of YouTube. Yeah, Ditto, honestly, like, it's weird. Like, some people come in on YouTube and it's great. I'm like, I'm happy to have whoever. I just figure, like, it just gives people a video to watch as a stream on YouTube later. Most people don't. It's fine. I don't really worry about it too much, but... What I want to do is, like, have this, like, sort of chain down to this somehow. But I feel like this is, like, overkill. But let's just see if we can make it work. Why am I on that? I can't actually use chains, though. Oops. What am I doing? Cart. I think this might work. I just don't know where this is going to attach onto this. Problem is, making this look like chain is such a... It's a real big pain, so... So now I just gotta... This is just so I can know where this has to go. So this is the idea. I can do it correctly. So this will have to move up. Oh, but then I still have to do this, though. Let's see if this works. This should work. Sure. So the problem is this has to, like, still go down one. And they'll just kind of look weird. I was thinking something like that, where, like, this will be, like, connected to this, but I think that might be too much. I used to watch streams on YouTube. See, you know what my problem with streams on YouTube is? It's just very difficult to find people. And so, like, unless you're already following them, like, it's, like, discoverability is pretty bad, in my opinion. So, I like this idea, I just think I gotta make a more interesting, looking thing, so... It can also be a little bit smaller, it doesn't have to be as large as I made it. But... I worry about... Because if I do this, I kind of like this shape that this will make. I know I like that. It just... The black on it is a little strange. So I can either stick with that and do, like, you know, make it really thin like that, I guess. But I think that kind of looks sort of stupid. Right? Like, that doesn't look as interesting. I don't know. Ditto, I 100% agree. 100% agree. Do I have a corruption on? No. What's gonna happen is, if the person needs corruption, they can just either make their own, or they can, we can spray this and then convert it. It's not a big deal. But we'll see. I'm not gonna have to make that, I don't think. Do I like, I'm just trying to think what other blocks I could use, like, with this in conjunction. Because, like, obviously there's, like, gem spark and all that stuff. Like, that's easy, and I can paint this and blah, 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 but, like... The thing is, I gotta make this big enough to fit that. It's just, like, really annoying. Because I have to, like... So if I do, like, let's pretend I use this. I have to make this at least 3 wide. Probably, yeah, I was saying probably even 4. And it just kind of ruins the, in my opinion, like, a bit the look that I want. Not to say it's bad or anything, it just changes it. And then I'm like, cool, now I'm forced to... You know? It's like, is that interesting? Oh, Sight! Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? So it's a little easier to recognize you on this side, because yeah. So guys, I know I was mentioning earlier that I was playing a bunch of different games. One of the games I was playing was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm terrible at it, but Sight is very, very good. So he carries me along with another guy that also streams. So if you guys want to give him a quick, let me do a couple shout outs here, all right? Let's do a shout out for Psycho. Oh, oh, she's not here. Oh well. There you go. Go check her out, guys. She's been playing Final Fantasy. And then we'll do a shout out for its Sight. I clicked your Discord and... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I get you. There you go. Check out those two guys. If you're looking for different stuff. Psycho does she does the VTuber stuff, which I said, I still contend bigger anime titties would work, okay? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just, that is just reality. Nope. I don't like that. Oh my god. Why am I so bad at this? You know, I just realized would look fucking sick right here. Okay, how do I make... Ooh, I have an idea. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I need echo blocks. Okay. okay. Hold on. Hold on. The brain is working here. And will this fit in the mid space? No, I need a full block. No. What if we do this? No, that's not gonna work either. No, my plan has failed. Damn it to hell. So I either have to eliminate a block there. What I was hoping to do is put some water and have it like kind of leak over. I thought that'd be kind of a cool effect. There's literally no way of doing that where it's not gonna look stupid. I mean, I could do something kind of weird, but it's like... Like, if I do this... But then it's gonna, like, kind of fall off, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of supposed to be magic, so I guess it kind of would work. But man, that's... I don't know. I think that's like a neat idea. That's kind of weird, right? Wait, I think I make it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for with this, like, or something a little different. It's just really hard to. I don't know. It's gonna be really tricky because there's no way. Like, I'd have to change the shape of this and make it bigger. And it's really annoying. I do think it's kind of interesting though, because like realistically, I mean, this kind of makes sense, right? It is meant to be like magic, so. Do I love this? Not really. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to make the crystal too big. And also, by the way, if I did that, that'll just, like, it'll be an opening here, and then it would still pour one over. Right? Because opening here would lead to this. It would fall, like, it would just fall here. So you'd have a similar effect. Instead of being, like, where it is here, it would just be, like, you know, right now it's obviously it's following. Like, it would be right on this path. That's the only difference. So what I could do is I could do something like, I don't know, like where it's falling from underneath or something, but it'd be the same problem. If I do this, I'm gonna have the same issue. Also, why did I not put these on? I don't understand what's wrong with it. Yeah, because I can't center that one. So this will be the same problem where I'm like, right? And I have to do, oops. If I do that, it's like, okay, like, you know, and I still have to, I can reshape this obviously, but it just, it's a little weird. I guess the only thing I could do is elongate this a bit and, I don't know, see if I like it. These are, again, these are such small things, but like, I can spend so much time like just playing around with like, just different like pieces, you know? It's the right idea. It's the right idea, but we gotta just do better execution, I think, is the reality. So, if we were to do this, have the water sit there and come out, that would be technically the solution, right? Technically. don't know if I like... I'll say like is maybe a strong word, but... Yeah, I don't love the look. But again, we kind of run into the same issue. It's just a little bit different, right? Like this will look a little, I think this will look a little better. But it's still going to come off the edges, right? You know what I mean? So there's like, there's not, the only way to do it is if the water's here in the middle. But I think that might look a little weird. Although, what I could do actually instead is, what if we do, let's actually make it look broken. And just have this, like, middle section gone, maybe? Oh, no, but if I do that, the water creeps in there. Fuck. And this looks really ugly in the background. Ah! I'd have to actuate the blocks. No, I can't do that because I can't put the water in front of an actuated block. Wait, can I? Oh, but it'll just change the way it looks, though, too. See, there's so many goddamn considerations. I just want to put this goddamn thing up. Yeah, I hate that background, so, like, I just don't really want that to be the look. I like that just fine. Hey, Edge, how you doing, man? Long time no see, dude. How you doing, man? How are things? Hope all is well. It's been a long time, man. So good to see you. So glad you could catch this goddamn nonsense once again. I'm way overthinking this. This should be so goddamn straightforward. You know what I also need to do? I need to paint this damn thing. Deep red. Because, you know. That just feels better. Should I back to the background too? Yeah. This feels a little more cohesive, I guess. Although I don't, you know what? I might actually, did I get rid of the black paint? I did. Damn it. So I'm gonna test that a bit. Been working like crazy. Your builds are so. Oh, thanks, man. So Madman, we've been working on. It's been a while since I did a YouTube video, but like this whole world actually is just for the Skyblock mod that I'm working on. So the Skyblock mod is, if you don't know what it is, it's basically you have a little tiny island you start with, and you know, you have only limited resources. And the idea is as you build out and begin to explore, you'll start to bump into a few of, not all of these, but some of these islands on the map. So the cool thing is, like, these will eventually be part of the world, and, like, we're trying to make them look interesting and kind of something worth looking at for more than 2 seconds, so. I'm gonna go sleep. So yeah, maybe try to make it look like a crystal shards. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do here. There's some options. I could do something way more interesting. I have some ideas I can play around with here. Like, for instance, I can just do a lot of different, like, reds, and I do, like, cloud and some other stuff. I do, like, crystal block. If I do cloud, I think there's, like, a couple different ones that will work. Wait, if I do a single snow cloud, does that actually drop snow? I can't even remember. Don't think it does. It does. God damn it. If I block it. Okay, well, anyways, there's options. Holy crap, that's a lot of builds. Ah, thanks, man. Well, so it's been a while. So the idea is, right now I'm just doing like biome by biome. So I'm trying to get like about 4 or 5 islands per biome. And then that way, what'll happen is the guy that's actually doing all the like the work with, the actual, like coding and stuff, he'll take these and like splice them and take sections and stuff. These ones, these are not my favorite islands, but, they're pretty interesting and they just look a little bit different, so. You still do dirt huts. Listen, man, they still count, so you're good. No one's gonna judge you on that. Well, maybe a little, but you know, it's fine. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to make like maybe I'll make like a little swirly orb thing or something. You know what? I gotta check. One sec, guys. I'm gonna check my Discord real quick. Speak. Oh. I don't know how to spell his name. God damn it. What if I do, Mr. Doop-a-doop-boop-boo? Oh, I spelled his name wrong. God damn it. Oh, damn it. He had a build that he shared that I thought was really cool. No, that's not it. Ah, damn it. Listen, Madman, so how you been, man? What's work been doing for you? Or not doing for you, I guess. It's just been a nightmare, I'm assuming. Where the fuck are the pictures? No. No. Let's see if I can find this. Damn it to hell. Sorry guys, I'm just looking for a previous post that he made. I don't know. So we can find it. I'm probably not gonna find it. Well, whatever. It's fine. I'll just come up with something. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to think of like, I like the crystal thing. I kind of want to do like a cool swirly looking thing of some kind, but I realize that might just be way more effort than it's worth. But some kind of cracked crystal looking thing might look kind of cool as well. So I can use the right blocks. And just kind of, we'll make like a crazy sort of shape here maybe. The problem is I don't know if I really want to. If I just kind of mush these together. I know this looks really bad right now, but I'm just trying to. Yeah, it's not my favorite. If you guys are wondering what I'm trying to do, I am literally just trying to figure out how I can create like a funky little, I don't know, I almost even call it a design. Like, just trying to map this out so it kind of looks like different, I guess. But it's a bit of a struggle these days, especially when I do shit like that. I want something kind of, I can't say if I want it to be like kind of almost mechanical looking. Yeah, I don't know. I think a crystal is probably the way to go. Let me see if I can find a picture, because I know Oxby made one, or whatever his name, Speakeasy is, and I don't know, I just feel like that was like a good, oops, shit. Let me see if I can find something. I know that he has a build that I really, or not build, there's like a very specific thing I'm looking for. I remember it. And I know he uses a lot of crystal block, and I just don't know how or what he does to put it together. Yeah, it's like this thing. It's a really, this is an intense ass build though. But this is kind of like 3D. Ugh. Do I really want to torture myself with this? That's a question I should really be asking myself. I kind of don't. Ugh. He has a lot of different colors on it. That's the other thing. So it's kind of like a little orby thing with like a cloud. So maybe you do a crystal that has like cloud going around it. Maybe that's the solution. And I don't worry about all this other bullshit. I still don't know if I want to do this. I think the size we have here is okay. The length is off. So we're gonna keep what we had from before. And see if we can kind of make this work. I still think there's like an opportunity to do some different, I don't know, different pieces to this. Maybe. Oh my god. I don't hate that black look to it either. I think it's kind of cool. I just think, like, texture-wise, I think if we can do, like, maybe just do unpainted cloud and, like, no, maybe it has to be painted. Shit. Oh, maybe not. I'd like to get, like, a different sort of color, but... because then this would have to sort of pass through this in some spots. Which maybe is a good thing. Can't decide if this is what I want. So, like, I kind of think this has to go through this in some spots as well. If I'm looking at the way he did it, it's kind of an interesting look, but... I think I'll just ignore it for now, it's fine. So, I like this concept, I guess. I also think there's maybe a bit too much red here, now that I'm looking at this. This is, like, maybe a touch overkill. As I immediately add more red to the equation. But there's enough black bits in it and maybe it kind of works. I think the other thing too is maybe we could paint these like black or something. Maybe the clouds will look better. Like the red and black theme seems to be going pretty strong here. I just don't know if this will... maybe we'll try gray paint. I like how I'm just spending an inordinate amount of time on this. Like it makes no damn sense. Yeah, I think gray is the way to go. Okay, so gray cloud of some kind. So if we're gonna do like clouds that are kind of coming off this, I kind of like the idea of this being like vertical. But this has to kind of pass like behind it. But then some of it's gonna have to pass in front of it. I think. Not precisely sure how this is gonna work, but we're gonna try our best. Maybe I can even see if I can make this work. Do I want cloud wall? I didn't even think of that. Maybe a touch, right? Maybe. I don't know if I like that. I'm just trying to think what I can add as a detail. Yeah, like this is just going out. This is just, unfortunately, is a bit too far. It's almost like... this makes no sense. There's something here. I just gotta figure out what I'm trying to do. extend this. It just looks weird. Yeah. Can't tell quite what I don't like about this, but there's something I don't like. It's like, it's almost like this should be red, and this is like leaking out or something. But I think that's gonna be too much. Like, I think this is like where I get to overkill stage a little bit. But it kind of looks like it's like some sort of gas leaking out. What if we do like a mix of colors? Let's try like deep purple or something. I think that might... I don't think this will work either, but... I just don't think this will be dark enough, but... Let's just test it out. I suppose that's kind of interesting. And can we put something... I mean... Sure, I guess. Oh yeah, I can't. Fuck, I can't touch that up. Oh, it sucks. Okay. So what if we go back to this and then just make this in the middle only? Like that? That's too much though. Yeah, that's too much. Okay, so we'll just do it right in the middle. Like, I really don't want to do this, but I think I need some background texture or something just to make this work. I know it's a lot darker, but I can't make that give any more shape than that. So I might actually have to go with a lighter color, actually. What if we do... Ugh. Nope. Is that really the... Oh, it's... Shit. Stupid paint. That's the wrong color. Deep violet's not got nothing to do with this. I just need normal purple. There we go. That just doesn't... Oh, that's right. Deep doesn't work. Oh, right. That's super annoying. Okay. I like the idea of this. I just think it's a little different. I just don't love the color comparison here. It's not my favorite. But I think we can probably get away with this. Then we can kind of maybe smush this into place. Maybe we'll do this something similar. Like there, and then I kind of just want to use this, but yeah. Problem is this doesn't quite look right, I guess, but what can you do, boys? What can you do? Sure. Whatever. That's fine. It's a little strange looking, but I don't know if this looks like anything to you guys, but this is the idea. Something like this. Okay, so I don't need anything else here. I literally just need, I guess red. Did I even use deep red before? I don't think I did. No, I definitely didn't. Okay. There's some of this. Shit. There's some of that. Don't need deep red. I'll just need normal red paint. There's some of that. And there's some cloud block. Good lord. So the question now is, of the materials I've got, what the hell am I going to use for... Oh, I forgot about lava moss too. I didn't end up using this. I kind of like that idea still, but I just need like an anchor point for this. And I could try to make that work. I just don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Be nice to have something that lets me do that, but I don't think that's going to exist, so who cares? Okay, so where the real challenge is right now is I'm not 100% sold on any of the, like something like, I could make another build, I could do all this stuff, but I don't really want that to be the thing I get stuck in on. So I think like here, I never did add a chest to this world, did I? This would actually be a great place for the chest, now that I think about it. So why don't we do this? Why don't we just... Is a chest just 2? I can't even remember. That should fit here, right? Yeah. We paint that purple. Maybe, I don't know if it needs to be deep purple, but we'll give it a shot. Ah, madman, thank you. I think that looks a little strange. I think in part because, like, the clouds in the background, like, they don't take the paint, like, you can only do deep colored paint, so, like, this is as dark as it's gonna get, which is a little unfortunate. But, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, I'd like this, like I said, I wish this was a little bit more vertical, but not much you can do. So, hopefully people will see this and be like, oh, what is this? And they'll actually, like, click on it. I think that's kind of like a funky little thing to do to make this a little bit more of an intriguing area. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I just need to make some really simple, like, grass. I'm not going to even make a custom tree here. There's not really much point. I do want some living, or not living, sorry, some strange plants. So, yo, Madman, you didn't tell me about your work stuff, sorry. Like, I was asking that, I don't know if you heard me before. Like, what at work has been keeping you so busy, and has it been worth it? Because I've been busy at work too. Our frickin' house is under a pretty major reno as well. I don't know if those are gonna fit there, but are these any of these gonna even spawn? Oh, guess so. I didn't think so. This one should work, unless this is just too close. Let's see if this will spawn. There we go. Cool. Now we could obviously add like background and forest. No, I'm just not gonna worry about that. And we will add maybe a little bit of bone and some other things like kicking around. Certainly have that as an option. I kind of want to add some here. I'm just a little worried it might be a little bit... take away a little bit from this, but maybe it won't. That's fine. I think that looks decent. Lost my job during COVID and ended up working three part-time jobs. Took out full work, driving Lyft, wine tours. Okay. how does one get into wine tours precisely? Lyft and Uber, I get that, right? Like, because it's like, you have a car, you drive, you know, more or less you're good to go, right? Wine tours, on the other hand, that's different. that's a little more unique, I gotta say. You know, it's like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I do wine tours. Like, I don't think that's a sentence that's ever been uttered in my life. I hate the way that looks. It's very frustrating when I have to deal with this shit, though. There's some paint up in this. Alright, so I need an idea, guys, for another small island of some kind. I just don't know what the hell I'm going to put on it. I like this for the chest. I think that's kind of neat. So we'll see what happens if people discover it and if they find it interesting. And if they don't, well, then whatever. I think this is a really bad job hammering these into place, but whatever. This one just looks very, like, you can see how this is so blocky. That's all I'm seeing right here is just like, oops. A lot of blockiness. It's not the end of the world to have a little, but I have way too much. This is weird. It's not my favorite, but it kind of works. I met someone running a wine tour at a winery and got to chatting. Told them I do live part time. They need a driver. Oh no shit, dude. Yeah, like what are the chances of that? Like you're just like literally like, yo, I drive and you need a driver. Like that's a nice little happy little coincidence, we'll call it, you know. Because that's definitely not something that that is going to occur on a regular basis. Let's put it that way. I really wish I could make this a little more interesting, but I don't want to oversaturate this with stuff. Then we can do some small stuff like let's get some rope and some paint. I'll keep this black, keep this theme going here. Seriously. Stupid nonsense. Actually, I kind of like this idea. I'm not sure this is gonna work, but what block do we use here? Again, it's a tiny detail, but there's something to be said for having a couple of those tiny details. So what I really want now is I want to just add a little bit of, I just need a couple extra little small touches here and there. Probably leave those that color. I don't know. And I think that's good. I don't need much else. Again, it's a little bit about color and contrast. Like, this looks a little different than the other spawns, so it looks decent. Like, I'm not too fussed about it, but, you know, we're trying to look at it. So, Batman, so here's the question. Of the jobs you've had, like, or the one that you had previously, like, what's your preference? Do you like the, like, mixed bag that you're doing now, or did you prefer, like, the just having a singular job? Which one did you find more, I guess, interesting? I think, like, I don't know, I feel like having a variety of jobs at the same time could be kind of, like, it could be a little tedious, but it could also be kind of interesting. Like, where you're just, like, constantly doing different things. To a degree. Not always, but yeah. Okay, I think this is fine. I don't want to overdo this one. Chest is there. This is nothing. I painted that red apparently. I don't know why I did that. So what I need now is a couple smaller areas. Ideally. But I gotta remake these entire islands, which is like a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. Might be able to keep this. So not a steady income, but the tours were fun. It's a lot of hustle with that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's nice. I agree, man. Like, something steady is definitely, makes your life a little bit easier. But I feel like having a couple of options probably feels like, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the person. I don't know, man. Listen, like, at the end of the day, like, it's interesting, right? Because I think it's like, it's not just a case of, oh, the grass is always greener and all that stuff. I just think sometimes it's like you get a little bit, I don't say maybe bored's the right word, but like the thing just feels stagnant, you know? Like, it's like you're just doing the same thing and it gets a bit boring. It's not as exciting, you know, but unfortunately you gotta make money, so there's that. That's a thing that you gotta think about. Kind of an important one at that, but I don't know. I think there's like aspects of having a variety of roles. It just makes you like, I don't know, makes you feel like you're like, okay, like this is at least like manageable or more interesting and fun, and you're not always like, you can always like, it's knowing you can always pick something up, I guess, but I guess the pay is worse, so then that's stressful. Like, I guess you can't really, anyway, I guess you can't really win. It's a, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing, you know? No matter what you pick, it's the wrong answer. So it's a really fun time, actually. Really fun time. What else do I use here? Craggy. For sure, there's craggy wall. Okay, so I don't even know if I need the bone. So I need a small, like, island or two. Maybe I'll make a couple really just small, jaggedy ones. I just really forced the issue here. Let's, like, just even like this. Nothing too crazy. You know? Let's kind of just work it in. There we go. I need gray paint. What am I forgetting here? I don't even know. I do like the way this looks. But if we're going to do this, we gotta, you know, a lot of texture. This is also way too long. A lot of texture. It's definitely interesting. Driving can get crazy too, especially late nights. Yeah, well, I mean, so it's funny because like that'd be the one thing. Like, I think like if you could avoid doing like the bar scene. For driving, you know, that might be a really nice thing to be able to have to avoid. Because like, I just feel like people get hammered and can kind of treat you like shit. Which, not great, because people kind of suck when they do that, but... What do I do for this one? I just kept it pretty... Yeah, I kept it really basic. Okay, that works. That works for me. Where's this shit right here? This is how we make it. That's what I was saying. Like, it's always the same, man. Like, you always make the most money, because like that's when there's the highest demand. That's when people are like, you know, they're looking for rides. It's kind of like, unfortunately, it's a reality of, I think, of the role, maybe. Possibly unavoidable as well. You know, it's just like, oh, this is when everyone's out, so it's like, if you're not gonna drive, you're not gonna make any money. You don't like it? Too bad. You know, that's sort of what will happen, unfortunately. Which sucks because, you know, like I said, sometimes people are dicks. I don't really think I need much more than this, like in terms of texturing and stuff. Although, What am I missing? There's something missing. I know I gotta do all the red stuff. I need crimstone. That's a no-brainer. That's very easy. But I just need a little bit more in here, maybe. Could do a little bit of flesh block too. Just a bit. And then, I mean, I guess we'll just fill this for now and then kind of mix and match. Ah, yes, that's super lame. But we can put some moss down. Why is this? Why do you keep doing this to me, sir? Just be cool, man. Be cool. All right. Yeah, so a little bit of moss in some of these spots would look nice. Maybe we'll actually exchange this out. And we can kind of just hammer this into place like that. Okay, just try and get some openings, get some texture. Sure. That looks weird. I don't know why that looks weird, but it looks weird. But it's a good opportunity to add a little bit more texture. This looks stupid because I didn't fill it in, obviously. Now, what do I do here? I think okay, I'm pretty sure I use just like normal flesh blocks on some of this underside, so. Let's maybe just go with normal block there. And this just feels like it needs a little bit more outwardness to it, but maybe not. Yeah, events too. But so man, are you still working those 3 jobs today, or that was what was keeping you so busy and now you're back to like normal stuff? I mean, either way, it's like, you know, I think with anything, man, the most important thing is that you're employed and doing stuff. Because like, there's a streamer I watch that has had like a lot of like, you know, in and out with jobs and stuff. And like, the thing for me, man, is like, what sucks about it is like, especially like early on, it's so tempting to be like, oh, like, fuck it. Like, who cares? And like, why am I doing this? And I think everyone's I think everyone's probably had that thought at some point. But then it comes down to like, okay, well, like, your opportunities for like development in non-traditional roles is like, yes, it's there, but it's not as easy as people think. And so like, you got to really kind of say, be smart about what you're like trying to do next. But like, you gotta kind of think it out, you know, what you want to do, how you want to do it. It's not easy. That's for damn sure. Not easy at all. I think a lot of people kind of run into that. They're like, oh, I'll just do the next thing or whatever. I'm like, the next thing's not as lucrative or as fun as you might think. It can kind of actually suck a lot. I'm honest. So, you know, sometimes people kind of, they miss that step in the equation, and I always kind of like try to remind myself, listen, grass isn't always greener, but sometimes, you know, you gotta like be ready to sort of jump on the whatever comes your way that is like a fit for you, you know? Which I think can look different for a lot of different people. So for me, it's all about, can I make enough money to survive with where I'm working? Will they pay me enough for me to care? Like, that's kind of how I feel these days, you know? And not everywhere does. That much I can guarantee. Bit of a mixed bag on that one, actually. Oh, that's very annoying. Okay, let's... Sure. I don't think this looks bad. It's just, there's something a little off with it, but it's always harder to make these islands look good when they're small, so I'll just kind of... And this is all this needs, like a couple bones. I have way more plant life there too, and that might be why this looks a little bit boring, but I'm okay with it just being kind of simple. I was doing that. I work full-time in IT and drive on weekends for extra... Damn, yeah. Meeting people is great, but driving for... Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too, right? Because like, depending where you live, I imagine like, sometimes you're just waiting for like your phone to go off, which is like also possibly a little bit stressful, you know? Like, you're like, hey, I'm not getting any work, and... You know, they kind of take a big cut out of the pay as well, which also sucks, so... kind of want to make this look more interesting. But actually, you know what? Let's just cover this with red. That's fine. We could do Bloodroot, I guess. Like I'm tempted to add more red stuff around, but like this doesn't really have much. It is a little bit smaller. The reason it works here is because we've got all this nonsense, so I think it's fine. This is fine. And here, honestly, we could just have like a small log or something, or I don't know. We really don't need a lot here. Did I throw away my living? God damn it. Living. I mean, I don't have red paint. Of course I don't. Did I throw away my strange plants? I did that as well. Jesus. I'm prepared for the day here, boys. We're looking real good. We're looking real good. Keep forgetting that I need blocks every 5 seconds. Like, great freaking way to do things. Just gotta think a bit here. What do I want to do? I like the idea of like just a little crappy tree, but I don't know if I want to do a custom tree or if I want to do. I gotta think. Damn it! I should have thought this through, because now I'm like, do I want to make like a tree that's like sort of tilted on the side, that's kind of destroyed? Do I want to do something else? Like, this one doesn't have any bone. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one, because it's like if I go too big with this, it's gonna look kind of dumb. But at the same time, I'm looking at this and like, well, if I do a basic tree, that's boring. I can do like bone. Wait, yeah, I can do this. But I can do a sign or something too. Should have done something different here. There we go. Alright, so we got some texture, cool. As much as I like that, I think I wish I could spin the direction on this. It's sort of lame that you can't. Yeah, whatever. I have D&D. Ooh, nice. I've never played D&D. Although I will probably end up playing Baldur's Gate at some point. At some point. Eventually, one day, maybe. Maybe. We'll get there. Maybe we can. Neat. I've heard, man. The thing is, that's the biggest issue I'd have is like finding a group of people that are actually going to be like consistent, where I'll understand what the hell I'm doing. That's the hardest part, is getting to that stage where you're like, oh, okay, I understand what I'm doing now. And I also think, you need someone to like do the actual map or the dungeon aspect for you, where they can like explain what the fuck you're doing and like come up with the whole like scenario and shit. Like, that's another part that I think is like rather important, you know? I really want to just make like a little signpost. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's make a little signpost. Definitely use this. We're gonna go brown paint, which I love. Madman, by the way, man, really good seeing you, dude. Apologies, I know these streams are they're not the most entertaining, so you know they're a little on the a little bit on the slow side. That's okay. Can I make this look cool? I mean, it's kind of interesting. What I really want to do is do this, but they don't spin, so I'm like, I hate the fact that they don't. Like, I cannot express to you how much that bothers me. Like, is there some other... Yeah, there's not really a ton of options, right? I mean, I could do small skull things on this, but I like this idea more. And I'm gonna do, like, sign. I like this idea. I don't think I can quite make this look the way I want. But... This also needs to look a lot different. How to create character and you can buy modules to run. Oh, no shit. That's kind of cool. All right, yeah, Madman, thanks for popping in, dude. All right, so let's actually see if we can make this not look like crap. That could be a fun proposition. So I like the idea of the bone here. Maybe I can do I don't know, some sort of block across the top might make sense. Maybe I'll just get wood. Like overcomplicating this, like just spooky wood. You know? Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Again, I like the idea of this on top. I just think there needs to be something a little different, or that you can look at, I guess. At the same time, this kind of works, you know? Like, it's sometimes it's like these like little really quick, simple things look pretty good. I feel like this should be a little bit longer, but it's also a lot of brown paint. But hey, what can you do? I don't want that. Sorry, boys. Let's go ahead and just leave that as it was. And again, these little features, these little islands, the nice thing is because I know he can splice stuff. Like, he can just take whatever details he wants and just kind of make them, like, work for what we're doing. So now the real kind of question is, we got 4 islands. We only need 1 more. I am trying to think as a feature. Like, if there's a feature I want, like, we have this. There's nothing in this. It's our only little building. You know, we could do an island that just has like a tree of some kind. That could be kind of cool. Because this is like a bit basic, but that's okay. I'm also realizing, well, no, this is fine. This is a bit blocky. It's like this needed to be like kind of curved in or something. Same with that. Okay, so the question now is size and what's going to go on it. I do want to get more creative as well. I think I wouldn't mind like a little area with some water. Because, you know, I want certain ones that have very unique ones. Like, obviously, the jungle one's one more unique because it gets you to the Plantera. This one, not so much. But I think we can maybe do something that's got, like, a little water, like, fountain funnel looking thing. And it doesn't need to be too big either. So let's get a bucket. We'll make this work. There's a method that this will work, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and just kind of populate this, I guess. I don't need a huge pool, but we need something. So this will have like, not a puddle, but this can have like a little bit less, and there'll be like a basin style one here, maybe. I gotta figure out how this is gonna look though, because this will be interesting if we don't have the right shape. And again, this is all about texture, which, as much as it's a bit of a pain to do, it really, I think, really does help with how this will eventually look. I'm just a little bit lazy to sort of set it up, so let's go ahead and do unpainted. Yeah, I really don't love that. And then We'll like scoop this back in. And then we might do like a something like that, maybe. Maybe. We might want to paint our blocks. That would work wonders. It's kind of annoying. Again, I don't mind. I don't like, so what I don't hate is if there's like a lot of like texture and it's craggy and it's interesting. Like that's all good. Like there's nothing, I have no real issue with it. Where I kind of get annoyed is like sometimes it just, something's off and I cannot quite figure out what it is. And it kind of drives me a little bit bananas because it's like, it's all for the most part there. But it's like, you've just seemed to like miss this one little piece or little detail that would have made it like really work. And that's not like it's not an uncommon occurrence I find when I'm building. No matter what I'm doing, it's like there's always an opportunity for you to miss something or screw it up or whatever. Which I guess is maybe just part of the reality of doing builds in general. I don't really know. So what I definitely want here is, I definitely want some more of this. I didn't really put too much of this last time, so... Might be a bit too much, but this is the right idea. And we'll get a little bit more like of this texture in here. Fill this in. Let me do a little bit of flesh even. Because the flesh block is just that little bit of off-colored red that just works for this kind of stuff. And then you just gotta get the right walls and you're good to go. You're Gucci. Alright, so... Ooh, yeah, no, I don't... Okay, that works. Hate when that does that. It sucks. But I'm just gonna kind of add little touches where we can. It's a little hard to love this, I guess, but whatever. I'm like, so while I like a lot of these features, I think I'm going to add water. I got to be a little bit more careful with how I'm going to do that. So I think here we could have water coming off this. This goes to nothing. Or, well, it'll fall down here. But then, realistically, all we actually have to do is do this. Go like that. And then mush that down. And I know that's not actually going to be connected, so that's fine. But we want, like, again, we just want a little bit of that sort of feel in these ones where it just kind of works a little bit nicer, you know? Like, it's that little bit extra. That's sort of the idea. Okay, so now we're going to put in some of these background wall. Oh, I don't like that one. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much of a choice, actually. I don't like the way that looks either. It's about the shape more than anything else. And this helps us see a bit better because like we don't have that weird sort of background look to it. Now, obviously, I think another thing I need to do early on is just add this the seeds to make the grass. I don't know. I just think it helps because everything kind of blends and connects and stuff. Now, did I put? Yeah, I didn't really put a lot of texture on the tops of these, which was an odd choice. I don't know why I didn't do that. I really should have. This will eventually turn anyways, but that's not the point. Just a little bit of stone would have been smart to add. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's do it now because I'm here. This helps a little bit with how we kind of look at this. small bits of texture. I guess I can't do that under the tree. That makes sense. Okay. So that helps. And maybe we'll actually, like, let this kind of really go a little overboard here. And this actually works because we can add some texture with this and a little bit of that. Again, it's really just about changing this a bit. And I think what will be nice here is this will become the basin where this flows. This is going to flow over this side. So it's going to be a very small thing, but it will work for the effect that we're going for. I just think I need to make this a little bit taller. So... Oh, actually might cause some problems for me. So I go... Yeah. Well, actually, I don't have much of a choice. I gotta do this. It's just I'm gonna have to flatten these. I just don't love the way that looks, that's all. Because now this feels too tall. Well, no, it's actually not so bad. It's a little different, but I kind of actually like the way that texture works. It just kind of adds like a weirdly interesting element to it. It's kind of, it's a small thing. Now the other thing I definitely want to do is I need to add some of this in here. This just really helps brighten this up a bit. Small things, but it does look like a little bit better in my opinion. Probably should have a little texture in here as well. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I don't really need a lot there. The idea here is just a little bit more than what you might expect and make it look a little bit more interesting. That's basically it. And this can actually just be rounded out. Kind of makes it a different shape, you know? That's really all there is to it. We're going to put some seeds so we get these little eyeballs everywhere. Looks a little strange, obviously, but it works. And I'd like to have a little bit more of our crimstone in here, which we really should have more of. I don't know why I'm so lazy to add that in. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. There's not really a whole lot else to put here. Now, in terms of other little details and features, you know, obviously I need to work on the texturing down here. This is a bit of a mess. So we're going to go ahead and... Or actually, it's not even the texturing. I just got to get a better shape here. And we can do some small little things like this just to add that. Just feels like it's more textured. We didn't really change anything. But it does work. It does work. It looks a little bit better. I kind of wish I had more in here, but I don't want to go overboard. I also can't block this. I think this could maybe, again, be a little more textured. And maybe even here, I guess, do like a little more rounded. It's a little hard to tell sometimes, like if what I'm doing makes it look better or makes it look kind of worse. I do also want a little bit more flesh block here. I just, it doesn't connect, so I may have to... Let's see if this actually looks okay. Yeah, I actually don't hate that. A little bit of that red is nice. I don't want to add too much of the ore necessarily, but I think I'm going to add just a touch down here. Just a little bit. Maybe I don't need that wall, actually. Yeah, I definitely don't need that wall. Okay, and then here... Literally could just be a tree. Like, honestly, it doesn't even have to be anything remotely special. Would be nice if I could make the shrubberies look half decent. I think just, I mean, I guess just a tree, right? Acorn. This thing better goddamn grow. Oh, you suck. Why? Why do you do this to me? There we go. I just wanted, that's all I want. Just a tree. Singular. One. That's it. Couldn't even give me that, you know? Nope. I like the Cragstone better. Oh, crap. Making it worse. Where the hell is my wall here, boys? There we go. Yeah, whatever. This doesn't look very good. I don't like, this is not very, like, shrub-like. Yes, kitty. How can I help you, cat? Tell me more. What else? Oh, that's great, yeah. Meow. Meow. Such is the life of the cat. It's a tough life, everyone, but it's his life. And he leads it with great vigor. That looks really weird when it's blue, but it looks really good when it's red. So... Again, I think some of these islands are just... This is exactly what they need to be. Is just these little... things that we kind of catch and collect. So, I think one more island here. I wish I had maybe moved this over a bit. Now that I'm looking at it, but it's going to act like... This will just be more like a basin. I think that's all it's going to be. So, let's... Definitely want to actually capture this. And then... This will be kind of like a pool. It's not even going to be very big. Or, well, we're going to try to make it like a pool and make it not too big. This is already bigger than it needs to be. There we go. Just like that. And then we'll make a basin, and it doesn't have to be super deep, but just a little more interesting. And that'll kind of be it, yeah. That's the basic idea. Again, I always know this looks dumb because this has to actually connect. There we go. And then here's gonna be interesting because I don't want to go too crazy with this, but this should have a semi-similar style to here. But I'm gonna maybe go with like 3 nodule thingies, and we'll do like a small one here. Right, like that's sort of the thinking. And then, yeah, then from there we can just either fill it in or add some texture or whatever. Break it up, don't break it up, doesn't really matter. So, yeah, let's just get, and I don't have the wrong, I have the wrong paint on. Let's try that again. I also didn't add enough of this in the build, I don't think, but I think for the most part, it's probably okay. The real big goal here is to have this kind of feel like it's connected and somewhat attached to everything. And I usually find the best way to do that is just kind of add bits and pieces as you go. It's not gonna look perfect, obviously. It's gonna look kind of weird, but you're gonna end up with something that looks like half decent, or at least that's the hope. There you go. And then this just needs to have like some cat. I swear to God, I don't need this right now, sir. Yeah, I know. I know your life is hard. Hi. Yeah, you're very cute though. Yeah, you're very cute. Is it dinner time? It's exactly at 8:07. God damn. All right, we got one more island. This is the last one. Doesn't need to be too good. Now, the other good thing with corruption in these areas, in a way, it's appropriate that there's not that much stuff here. Like, there's zero reason for this to have a ton of like stuff, right? Because it's like this really wouldn't have a lot going on. It would be not a barren wasteland, but like, you know, like there wouldn't be a ton of stuff here. It'd be a little on the quote unquote dead side of things. So, you know, I'd say in that regard, we're at least doing that right. that sucks. I'm gonna try something stupid here. I don't know if this is gonna work. Not quite. That's not better. Okay. What wall can I just try this? Yeah, that actually works. A little bit of a different color. The problem is that it's pretty heavy contrast. I don't know if I love that, so maybe we'll kind of split that up. And we're gonna need little chunks of everything in this design. It's gonna be fine, I think, for the most part. I think. Oh, that actually might be incorrect. This might look like ass, but we'll get there. All right. I just don't know what to fill this midsection with here. There's a couple options. Definitely a little bit more stone of some kind makes the most sense to me. So I think we'll go on this side with a little bit. Get a little bit of texture here. I kind of want to just do this and just have like a little offshoot. Kind of works. And then we'll just kind of do like a little fill. And then where's my mudstones in here? And then realistically in here, I kind of want to add... Actually, you know what? Let's do this instead. Because what I can do here is I can actually open this up. Okay, well, I can maybe open this up. I give it kind of a weird shape. And then hopefully with the moss, I think... Oh shit, I painted these, so it's gonna look like ass. One sec, there we go. I always forget the moss. Moss is weird because if you have moss on something that's painted, it'll take on the sort of design of that, which I think is like odd. I don't know. At least I think it's a bit strange. So this will need to be red, I'm guessing. So we will throw that in there. And it just needs to be a little bit red. And then I like the idea of flesh block as always. I don't know. It just works for me. Just slowly building up the textures, and that doesn't look great, but if we kind of maybe mess with that a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that just makes it too chunky, too blocky. Has a bit more texture. Again, it's a fine, I wouldn't say a fine balance. Like you want to try to balance it where you can, just to add a little bit of, you know, color and whatever. Because if not, it just kind of feels again very one tone, which sort of sucks. Not a bad thing per se. It just I'm always looking to add like a tiny little bit of texture, a tiny little bit of detail, tiny little bit of color. You know, get those things looking half decent, you know, so we can say like, oh yeah, like this is like, this looks like semi-okay. Which is not a tall ask around here, but try to make it look like at least like you're like, okay, like this looks like the thing that it should look like. Whatever that may be. In this case, this island needs a little bit of red, needs a little bit of touching up. That's really what I'm looking to do. Yeah, it has to be flat. So if I do that, then I probably want this in here, I think. And then we'll do this on this side, maybe. Oh, that looks like crap. Oh, actually no, it doesn't look bad at all. And then I guess here, that's fine. Still feel like the texturing is... Yeah, it's okay. No, that's the wrong block. Let's take this off and let's grab Crimstone. Yeah, we definitely need more of this shit. This is like, this should be kind of everywhere, to be honest. But we're gonna flatten it all. Kind of like that. And then... Yeah, we definitely need a little bit more of this moss, I guess. It gives it a little bit of brightness in some spots, which I like. It's just, if I do too much, I feel like it's a bit overkill. Oh shit, I haven't been painting it red. I just realized that. Yeah, that looks a shitload better. I was like, it's weirdly, like, disruptive. I couldn't tell why. It's because I wasn't painting it. Yeah, it actually looks way better. Way better. Not that the orange is bad or anything, it doesn't quite fit. Oh, it's interesting. So I must have painted a few, yeah. So I just messed up. I wasn't really... Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I mean, again, I think you could actually maybe do a mix, to be honest. But... the little bit that you put in, it looks way better this way. Not as, like... I don't know, apparent or visible or whatever. Which to me is kind of like a big thing. So let's actually... We're actually kind of missing some up here, aren't we? We got the blocks, I just need a little bit of... a little bit more. Neat. Alright, and this is a little bit on the boring side. I think we could have added a little bit more, but at the same time, it kind of works. It's very simple. We can always add texture and a little bit more to it, but don't want to be too crazy. And this, again, this is just all this is really going to be. It's very simple. Has the right kind of look and color. I'm not even going to really add a tree. I'm just going to add a little bit of shrubbery. If I can do that, like, so it doesn't look like ass. And then, yeah, it's kind of it, guys. Not a whole lot to add here. I don't mind keeping it kind of simple and sort of, I won't say straightforward, but like, sometimes like these easier looking builds, like, it's what you want. Like, you don't need to go crazy with it. Like, you can just kind of keep things like, sort of in the same ballpark as like, you know, oh shit. Same ballpark is kind of like what you think is going to look, I won't say natural is the right word, but like it's the right fit for what you're making. And it's not always easy, as you might imagine. It's very easy to go a little bit too hard and like get too many pieces in this, but I think that's probably as much as we're going to do. Now I could add a bit of textures, and I might add some bone down here probably, but and make sure it's not painted, obviously. A couple like odds and ends, you know, we'll find some spots for, I don't know. Just you want little touches, right? That's kind of it. Little features, little details, little textures. And I don't really need much else. Like, I think that's good. Like, the idea here with these islands is there's enough texture to go around. This thing is crazy, weird, and a bit over the top. This obviously is a bit overkill in texture too. So technically we've got 6 islands for this. So I'm looking to say this is probably mostly done. It is very easy to add more, but like the idea is to keep it like, you know, keep things ideally somewhat connected, let's call it. Now I am tempted to put like a chain or something here. I just think that would be kind of a fun design or something to hang off of this. Because it is crimson. If it was corruption, I'd probably use more chains, but The only thing to do that is it's a bit of a pain to connect these up. And also I don't want him to be... No, actually I can't because I want... The idea with these is that you can you can splice these islands and move them around, so I think that's something to consider as well. But I think overall it's not too bad. I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, cool. So this is a pretty good place to be. We obviously have quite a number of different materials. I can finally empty my inventory, because, oh my god. Alright. Done and done. And again, it's tempting to do a lot more, but I think this is the main piece. This island's like the main thing you want to run into and find. Be a little chest there. Now, I could even replace this chest with something else, because that kind of looks a little strange. I know there's a better chest choice. Like, what about meteorite chest? Actually, let's get, purple. So what I want to do is get a couple different chest types. Maybe something I think is interesting. Like, I think meteorite could be kind of cool just because it's glowing. Stardust is probably too much. I mean, yeah, flesh, I guess. I just think I want something that's a little bit cleaner looking. I think this is gonna be too, yeah. I kind of want it to blend. Like, that actually works pretty good. Gives it that texture. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. And it has a little jewel in the middle. It kind of works. You know, it's a little bit odd. This is still a bit weird to me, but the main goal with these is not like the little fixtures and that. It's really about like the islands themselves, adding like an overkill of texture. Like, these are again a bit over the top because you have so many textures. Whereas like this is a little bit simpler, a little bit more like, I don't know. There's some cool little like, I like these little metal features. There's some cool stuff. So, you know, I'm not gonna get too stuck in with this. The general idea is here. I normally would make a couple more custom trees, but I thought in this case, like, because it's crimson and not corruption. If it was corruption, I'd probably be like, oh, it's corrupted. There's trees growing out the sides. Like, I would have gone on probably a different direction. But I think sometimes it's like you just work with what you got and like okay, like crimson's are about blood and bone in my opinion. So I'm like, oh, like, okay, like you don't need like tremendous height on stuff. Like, you can keep it pretty simple. So that's kind of what we went with, and I think for the most part it's worked, I guess. You know, the islands are a little bit simple, but like it's kind of what you want. You want to like come across these and be like, oh, this one's way different. This one's obviously crazy. This one's like over the top crazy, but I think it works. Kind of interesting to look at, you know? And again, people are gonna have to come in and actually break these down, and like hopefully they'll notice the chest. I would imagine they will, being that there's a big crystal to stare at. But the only other thing I would add to these would be to the islands would be clouds underneath. The problem with doing the clouds is, as much as I think it would look awesome, the biggest downside is that then people can like access the cloud early, like very easily in the game, and I don't think you need it for anything. And it's just a lot of extra work, and you can't do it for every single island. Every other biome has its thing. There's a couple of reasons why I don't necessarily think it's the best thing to do, but I don't know. This looks okay to me. I just feel like I'm gonna paint it black. I think it's just missing. Hey, Moo, what's going on? Moo, we're just finished. You literally just came in as we finished the last island. I'm just adding some final touches here. Just trying to think like how I want to do the color scheme. No. Yeah, so we just did, so last time I streamed was a little while ago. So we have this little small one. This one was done, but this one here was empty. So I went with something kind of crazy. And this is where the chest is. So you can actually access this. Like, obviously the idea is to be like, oh, a big crystal. Like, so I thought that'd be kind of a cool way of doing it. Now you'll have to splice up some of these because I didn't want to go too crazy. So some of these I think are good splicing ones. Like these are obviously kind of a duo, but you can kind of do whatever you want. This little small one, you can attach it. You can, you know, you can take like vertical sections, like if you just did like a rectangle here. So there's a lot of ways to do them, but they're very textured, as you can see. So like they might look a little weird in some spots, but I wanted to go with these crazy like tooth looking, bone looking thing. So anyways, the last islands we just did were this one, and then I just made these two and this tiny one. A lot of small ones, but that was sort of the idea, is make them nice and easy to work with. Because the main one is going to be that big one, and obviously I appreciate they also take up a lot of space. So, yeah. Ooh, let's do this. It looks weird. I don't like that. I want, maybe I need... Something's off here. I don't know if I need these to be painted black or just the whole top section black. I think it's the whole top section. Actually, if we paint all this black, how does that look? What if we do just the middle section? I'm just trying to figure out how to get the right detail here. I think that looks okay. It's a little weird that these are not painted black, I guess, but I want the skulls there, so... A little hard to say. Yeah, the thing that for Corruption Man is you could probably just spray it directly, honestly. The other thing, too, is you could let it be like... Because don't forget, when you make a world, right? You do only get one of the biomes. So I think that would be part of it. The other person would have to... like, use those blocks. Like, it depends how you want to do it. I was gonna say, like, I think so long as you have one, and this counts as a corruption biome, you really just need the blocks, right? So it's like, it kind of depends on the person. But you could just spray this with a contaminator, and it would be done. It would look a little strange in some spots, I think, so it wouldn't work exactly. But for what you're doing, you can give it a shot and do it. I mean, I'd go with a different look personally if I was doing... this is why I was saying it makes sense to only do one in my mind, because like you can convert it, but this doesn't make the most... Well, it's not that it doesn't, but like the flesh block and that stuff doesn't make the most sense. Like you had to paint it and stuff. Corruption, I would go with a different look. Like it would be like... I was saying this just a second ago. I'm like, oh, if it was corruption, instead of just like really just bone and blood and red, I'd go with like, yeah, obviously the right color scheme. But I'd have like a tree growing out of the bottom here, and it's like... It's corruption. It's like it goes in every which way and direction, and it's all over the place. So, you know, anyways, whatever you decide to do, I think reality is you could get away with just the one biome, but that's up to you. But yeah, every single island is done. So you can splice them, cut them up, chop them up, do whatever you want. They're there. And and now if you need something else, man, you just let me know. I'm happy to, you know, jump in a world with you, and like I can build in that world for you while you're doing stuff. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I think they're good. I don't think they will be seen or even recognized. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they may not be recognized the same, but my sense is like, if let's say you're playing Skyblock, how are you gonna make biomes, right? Like you're gonna farm up that block, right? So in this case, like, to get the that you just need the seeds, right? So this ground, like you just need the seeds for getting the corruption, or you need the contaminator and some dirt, and you're good to go. Like you can easily just make a big, like they'll just make a big long platform of that block, and that'll be the area they convert. So it would allow them to spawn everything they need. It's not like it really matters, and it saves us a bit of headache. That's what I mean. It's really not a big issue. I just want to make... the problem is like, I think having none of these biomes would be annoying, because, like, if you're running around in Skyblock and you happen to find one of these, like... Because I don't know if they'll get, like... I don't know how many islands I actually get in the playthrough. Like, maybe which one generates. It's like, oh, it's this huge one, right? So, like, the idea with these is, like, you get a little bit of luck. Now, I don't know what will spawn in these chests. Maybe you'll have to, you know, put specific items. That's another way of doing it. You know, it's like, this will have blocks and contamination fluid, or, you know, you pick, right? Like, the point is, it's like, you don't want the skyblock mode to be just like, oh, I'm just running around and every island's done for me. So it just depends. Hey, Robert, what's going on, man? I think the only two biomes that are giving me trouble are the snow and desert because those can't be spread without getting the contaminant. Yes, but the thing is, these are, I assume, big enough, right? For like these are pretty big. Like the desert. I mean, again, will enough stuff spawn here? I'm like, as long as the biome's correct, yeah, right? Like something small like this, maybe not, right? But most of these should do enough work to spawn something. But yeah, that's, again, you have to play with it, right? That's the testing part I was saying. Like, that's not gonna be easy. Like, yeah, that's the part that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. Well, sand is farmable. Yeah, how do you farm sand, actually? That's good. I don't even know. Right, the fucking sand gun. Yeah. So that's what you could do, right? You could put, as an example, in the desert biome chest that I made, put a sand, like, you know, I'll just be like, here, like, sand gun, you know? So there'll be a sand gun in here. You're like, oh, how is that useful? Then it gets you thinking about what items are, like, needed for, like, your ability to progress the game. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, like, listen, you'll find ways to make it work. But the islands here, I think, like, I wouldn't worry about the corruption thing because it's like, you buy seeds, you buy the contaminator. That's it. Like, when you play a normal game, you wouldn't have both biomes unless you're doing like the further worthy or whatever, right? Or there's one seed that has both, but it's like, generally speaking, like you're gonna have one. So whether I do crimson or not crimson, it doesn't matter. The whole point is this counts as a crimson biome. So like once you're here, it's up to you to figure out, hey, like if I want to fight the worm, or if I want to get a certain item from that or whatever, you know, what are your options? Now, granted, I also don't know if when they spawn the world that you're making, if it'll be corruption, right? And those little orbs will spawn somewhere on the map, I don't know. And then also that they can come find these. That I'm not sure about. I don't know the mechanics of it, but this is kind of where we're at. And I think it looks pretty good, you know? I think I just need a little bit more texture here. This is like, I don't like this down here. My cat's letting me know that he's hungry. Just so you guys can all be aware that he's had a really big day of sleeping and doing nothing. And he would now like food. I guess we'll just do stone again. I really, actually, you know what, I just need to give this a little bit more. We get desert fossil. I just need that little bit more texture in there. Do you know any way to turn a desert into hollow without the contaminator? You'd have to use seeds, probably. You can use seeds, or what you can do is, does corruption powder work? I don't know if that would work. It might work. The orbs and hearts spawn in planetoids in space. Yeah, so then move. Then who cares? This is my point. Then if that's all that you really need those biomes for, right? So then there's no big deal. Now, my thing here is that these islands are obviously not very small. So what'll be really interesting is to see which ones actually get spawned into the world. Because I don't think all of them will be, right? Like, it'll be a mix or a matching of them. But yeah, anyways, this is done. I think this looks pretty cool. I mean, this one's the most ridiculous one to me in terms of visually. It's just like there's so much going on. The palette's different, the texture's everywhere, like it's overkill. But like, you know, I still think like the forest ones to me are like the most simplistic. And they just work because the palette's so benign. It's just like gray, brown, a bit of green, done, right? This one gets more complicated, right? A little bit more complicated. It's like, okay, and then this is by the way, this is the comparison of the old islands that were done. I did like the droopy trees, but I ended up not making custom trees. So if you compare this, if you keep a mental picture of that, and then you go to the ones I was making, it's a pretty big difference. But it's like, I think it was the right idea, right? It kind of got me thinking of like, you know, what we're looking at in terms of, you know, it took some elements of it, like the curved undersides, but there's just a better texture here than over on these ones, right? So to me, like, These are fine. I did like this island for the drop off and the shape. So I wish I'd kept something like that, but I realized like at the same time it's like then I'm like I'm gonna have this big island underneath and that's connected, and it starts to get too big and unwieldy. So no, you can't plant them in the sand. That's correct. Yeah, you'd have to do a layer of dirt first, Robert, and then you have to convert it, and that would eventually turn to sand. But you're better off just getting the contaminator. Yeah, the forest is very simple, right? Because it's a two-tone. This is like, I got white, I got purple, I got brown, I got reds, I got grays, I got like brownish in this as well, like brown gray, I got like that orange tinge, there's just a lot, and there's a lot of texture, there's just a lot going on, but it's fine, right? Like I think it looks kind of interesting, like it's just different. You know, and these ones, like I didn't push any of these to the background, like could have done a couple things differently. Where it's a bit like overkill, but these ones are visually hard to look at, I think, like, and I don't mind it because I think part of that is like, I want it to be like, oh my God, like, you know, what am I even, like, what is this? It's like, the flesh is growing here, it's like, it's chaotic, like, that's really what it is, but it's a little hard to look at, but I do think, like, you know, when especially, like I said, you compare to this, like, these are so clean and so easy, you know, like, even these are, like, yeah, there's a lot of texture, but it's like, you know, that's the whole point. And I wouldn't say like they're the best things ever either. The jungle is really easy because again, 2-tone, 3-tone colors, like really vibrant, like really easy. I don't know. And then of course we got our fucking this thing over here that makes no this thing over here that makes no goddamn sense. But this is where we have corruption, don't forget, right? So this area is corruption. So I will say that, like, don't forget that technically this counts as a corruption biome, so. I still hate how I did this. I really should have done a better job with the towers, but all I had to do is add that there and bend it back in, but I didn't do that. Oh, did you? Sorry, man. I fucked this up, though. I hate that I screwed this up, but whatever. It's not gonna look perfect. It's fine. I still think the best feature is this door. Like, it just turned out so good, man. It's like, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, listen. I put in so many hours into building this, alright? So you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of headache on your end. You know? It all works out. I'll just buy container and take... Yeah, and yeah, I mean, Robert, that's quite frankly is the quickest way. Hours burn. Yeah. Well, but that's the thing, Moo. Like I said, I guarantee you'll end up putting more hours in this than I have. But you know, the cool thing with this is like it'll be really visually interesting for people to like run around, see islands and the details. Now, again, I really do wish I'd done more custom trees on some of these. But the problem is for each biome, I'm like, I did them for the ones I thought made sense. Like here, I've got one coconut tree. But I was like, honestly, like that's for like an oasis. And when I think of like Crimson and Corruption, I'm like, I don't really think of like trees. They'll just look like all ratty and like destroyed. So I was like, I'll just keep it kind of like, I did one small one, but I was like, then I did this. I was like, I'll do a custom tree. I'm like, but the custom tree is gonna be big. It's gonna make this look small. These islands are too small. This is too small. I was like, I should have found like, I could have done one here probably. And I debated also on the style of the trees as well. I like the droopiness. But I'm like, I kind of want like a bigger tree. So it's like, it's sometimes it's balancing. Like this coconut tree is kind of funky, but it's like realistically, I'm like, dude, this should just be mostly cactuses and palm trees, like actual palm trees. So again, all this stuff works, man. It's like, it's just fun to like see it all together. I think it'll be kind of a cool playthrough for people to do. So that said, I need to feed the cat guys. I also got to feed myself. So I'm going to go ahead and close all this shit up. I think next time I stream, it won't be this week on Thursday, guys. So this is the only stream this week, probably. Very likely what we'll be doing is going back to our normal builds and getting back to just doing some builds I want to do that are just like my own thing. Or we'll be doing our 3D build for Howl's Moving Castle, which is almost... I don't want to say it's almost done, but it's progressed nicely. So we got a lot of work that we have to do there as well. So, you know, we gotta get to that. So anyways, let me save and exit. Let's get out of this. Let me go back to our I guess we'll call it our full screen if I can pull this up. There we go. Whoop. Nice. So yeah, guys, that's that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot else to say. So Moon, glad you can catch us, man. I'll send you the world here in a second so you can do whatever is needed. Let me know if there's something you need. I can help somewhat, I hope. Hopefully. And then if all things sort of pan out and they work, then good. And then it's a question of, yeah, man, testing it and seeing what happens. I know you said, was it Skeletron was going to play it? 100-day thingy, is that what you said? I don't know if I would play 100 days, but I think I'd like to see how it looks, so. Could probably fit. Nice, man, that's sick. Now, but do you have to, like, test it, though? Like, do you have to, like, go in and do, like, a testing run? Or is that literally just, like, hey, I'm having a conversation here, Key. Or do you have to, like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just trying to think, like, is there, because it's like, there's going to be stuff that's not going to work, right? Like, there has to be. So, like, what I worry about is Skeletron getting, like, I won't say an unfinished product, but it's, like, a product that's not quite done, right? But anyways, I don't know. And the other thing is in promoting it, I think I want to make a video of, like, I'm going to make a couple videos where it's, like, you know, again, I have to go back and look at how many hours it's, like, but I'll say, like, oh, I spent, like, from the time we started this project to today, to when it releases, I'll be like, oh, I spent 100 days building this project or some shit. Now it'll be like, well, I spent like an hour each day, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll come up with some title. It's like a little clickbaity, but then hopefully come up with like a story to tell. I don't know. You haven't played it yourself, but the plan was to grab someone I know and play it first. Yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, definitely do that, because you'll probably find some really stupid things that you like, just oversights where you're like, oh, I'm an idiot, and like you'll fix it. And there might be some other things you're like, why isn't this working? Like something just may not work correctly that'll like really bother you, and you're like, how do I fix this, right? So like there's a window where you're gonna be able to figure that out and like probably come up with like a plan or something. But I did test everything. What do you mean, despite what people say? Like people talk about how subworlds don't work, or like that yours didn't work. I'm glad that's working, man. Seriously, dude, I think it's gonna be cool to see it all come together. Like, whether or not it's popular or otherwise, and yeah, it was a lot of hours, but it was like, I don't know, it's kind of cool to like collaborate on something. So, you know, I think it'll be really fun to see like the response to it. Because I know, or I'm pretty sure, was it 1.4.5 is gonna have a skyblock mod, right? So I was like, shit. Like, that works. Like, if we release it, like, beforehand, it may not be a bad thing. I don't know, it could be kind of interesting, right? Like, I think, like, I don't know what it involves from our end, otherwise, or outside, sorry, of just having, like, the final thing finished and available for people. I'm sure the official Terraria version is going to be more interesting and probably mechanically work better. I'm hoping. But it's cool, man. It's going to be cool to see what people think. So, listen, I'm going to send you the world here in a second. I'll hit you up on Discord. Hopefully, people get a chance to play it. Let me know if there's any bugs, if anything you need built. I can try to pop into the world or when you're doing it at some point, and just see if I can just quickly put something together, or like, because I know there's going to be some things you're like, like this is what this looks like, or hey, I can make something like this for you like pretty quick, like just to upgrade it a bit. I don't want to overcomplicate things though either. I do think like, I know the area where Skeletron, or you teleport in and you fight Skeletron, like, I believe, right, that place is, like, working, right? Whether it looks good or not, I'm like, at that point, honestly, it can just be a big open fucking room, like, who cares? I don't know. I think part of the cool thing with this playthrough is not just, hey, you have a little island with one tree, a little bit of water, and, you know, whatever, the fucking, you know, dirt. I think, to me, like, what makes it cool is, like, we're kind of, like, helping you along, and it's, like, visually interesting, and, like, there's some cool ways that you can do stuff, so it's not just skyblock, like, you know, there's, like, things to do and explore. It makes the exploration aspect a little more interesting, I guess, so. Which one's gonna be fun on the outside, the inner dungeon? Oh, okay. Well, either way, as long as it's working. That's, like I said, all I care about is that stuff works. If it works, then I'm cool with it. So, anyways, guys, I gotta feed this cat who won't shut up. I gotta feed myself because I'm getting hungry. Guys, we will be back on probably next week, honestly, because I'm super busy this week. It's actually my birthday next week, and I don't even, in like less than, wait, what day is it today? 7th already, right? Jesus, man. Yeah, my birthday's in a week, so I'm supposed to probably do something for that as well. Anyways. I'm surprised myself it works. Hey. If it works, fantastic. Like, that's the thing. Like, the whole point is, like, you're like, you might, like, touch something, but it's working. Just, like, lift your hands and back up slowly. You know, like, that's the goal. Like, you're not looking to do anything else. It's literally just you going, like, hey, it works. That's all I care about, you know? And, again, I think as people play it, there might be some issues that you may have to, like, deal with, but, like, I hope if we can get a couple people to play it, that'd be kind of cool. I'll be curious to know from a multiplayer perspective if, like, having too many people doing it works. I also don't really know how Skyblock mod works in Terraria, because I remember Skyblock mod on Minecraft, which was, like, you literally had one tree, water, and lava. And, like, there was a way to, like, glitch the water and the lava to, like, make it constantly grow more blocks for you or whatever. Anyways, the point is, it's like, as a feature or something to do in the world, I was like, yeah, I get it. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that works in Terraria, so I don't know exactly the mechanics, but I'll be curious to see it. If you're doing a playthrough, if someone's doing it, or, you know, you have a little recording, I'd be curious to see it. So, stone generators. Okay, well, I don't know how that works. Oh, so how do you do that? Like, what's the mechanic for that? Is that like a thing you have to add in, or is there a way to do that in, like, vanilla Terraria? Lava and water separated by one block. Oh, interesting. But doesn't that consume both the materials? Like both the single lava and the single... Oh, okay, that's what... Okay, so you had to, that makes way more sense. Because I was like, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, so you do the lava and then you just get one... Wouldn't you get one block of obsidian? You're like, all right, I beat it. Game over. You can... Okay. So there's a specific spot where you can constantly generate blocks. Gotcha. Makes total sense, because that's how I remember it working. So it could be kind of cool. It could be really interesting to see what that looks like. I may actually do a playthrough on it, because I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm like, it'd be kind of a different way of playing the game, right? Like, it'd be kind of interesting, and like, be like, hey guys, also promoting it at the same time, so. Exactly, yeah, it's the infinite volume. It's just, you have to do it like in a certain... You have to do it like fast enough where like you dump the water and then pick it back up or some shit. I can't remember, but it was an interesting way of playing the game. So, anyways, guys, with all that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Moo, it's good to see you. Everyone else who happened to hang around, appreciate it. Apologies, guys, the streams are not coming as regularly. It has a lot to do with work and with the house being under renovation. And just being busy, quite frankly. So, you know, I'm really busy this week. I won't be back probably until next week. Next week's also my birthday at some point. I probably will take a day off maybe and do whatever I feel like doing. I don't friggin' know. We'll see. I'll get a massage. My back hurts. Maybe that'll be my gift to myself. But otherwise, yeah, we'll be back doing some building hopefully very soon. And hopefully we'll get back to a little bit more consistency. That would be great. But it's been tricky. I need to do a lot of editing. I'm super behind on everything, it feels like right now. Like, I literally feel like I need like 2 clones of myself just to get like halfway where I need to get to. It's nuts. So anyways, Moo, I'll send you a message here in a sec. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the build. Keep an eye out for this mod when it comes out. I will be announcing it in the Discord. I'll be announcing it and probably playing it at some point. It should be available for everyone to play whenever it's done, so it'll be fun. You guys can give it a shot if you're looking for something new or different, and yeah, it'll be fun. So guys, with that, we're out. See you later, and we'll see you next week. Peace. What do you want, kitty? What you want?